There's lots and lots of TED Talk. Every day there's been more and more TEDx speaker. I personally am also a TEDx speaker as well too, and I spoke to TED. But one of the things I realized is that TEDx, all those TED Talks, is not really changing my life. Why? When I'm watching so many TED Talks, why didn't it really change my life? Why it's not changing a lot of people too. And in this video I'm going to break it down for you that why the TED Talks is not changing your life even you're watching them a lot. And I'll be also sharing with you a few specific matter too, so you can take action to facilitate it to change your life. You want that right? Of course you do. You want to get better, you want to change your life, and want to recreate a better version of yourself. You do. Let's get started. Sure. So the first one is about when I'm watching a lot of TED Talk video. I used to watch lots of TED Talk videos. Like an example, probably have spent all my student life watching lots of TED Talk videos, and I wanted to see this one. And one of the things I used to get a lot of excitement. I got excitement, and I want to do it. It's lots of dopamine rush. I love those speed. I love those key points. I love this mood, the way this speaks. But those excitement goes down very soon, because after watching TED Talk, I'm gonna get into my study. Maybe I want to study with a good energy and good thing, and I want to study on because I have excitement. But very soon, in an hour, it just goes down, and then it just go back to what I'm today. So this excitement is not really helping me to get going something. It just making me feel good, and this making me feel good for a short period of time is not a good thing, because it's just exactly what we get from using social media platform. We watching all those photos, video of our friends in a Facebook or social media platform or Instagram, seeing lots of beautiful photos, and we feel good about it and get excited about it, and then as soon as we put the phone down and go back to our life, it just as it is. Nothing has been changed. So that excitement is not solving the problem. That excitement is simply taking the energy out of me when I was watching a lot of excitement too. Because at the end of the day, my goal is to use the energy to do the thing I want to do. I don't want to progress forward, not to just burn me out. Because as myself, my body, my mind is exactly work like a battery, and I had to sleep 8 hours to charge them out, and now extra 16 hours, I'm using my battery, and what aspect makes my life different. Matter right now, focus and energy management is so crucial for me. That number 2, motivation and inspiration problem. So I was reading a book years back, and then it said a word literally. It's called mental masturbation, and I just felt wow, that's exactly what I was doing when I was watching lots of TED Talk video all day, watching all this TED Talk video, getting excited from the speaker sharing and stories, but ultimately I'm not taking any action about all those things. Those motivation and inspiration is a big problem, because if I have to be motivated by watching someone else, it's a very temporary thing. My motivation and inspiration should come from inside to out, because I need to use that motivation is about to take the action I want to do, and I should be motivated because the goal I set, the mission I love, the life I want to live, those should be already inspire and motivate me every day to get to an action. So supposed to be I'm not just waiting for getting a video to get and motivated, but then very soon it will go down and after watching videos, so now I'm in a forever ending loops of injecting videos in my life and try to get motivated and inspired. So what happened, like an example, I have a very inconsistent situation, and inconsistency making me doing inconsistent action as well too. So that's why I'm not getting results. Number 3 is taking action. Basically I covered the whole thing in the point number 2. So just to summarize with you, is about taking action makes the difference. Watching video, getting inspired, getting motivated will not get us to do anything. Will not take us to anywhere, because whatever we want to achieve in our life, whatever we want to be in our life, that will only happen to us when we take action. And just one time, it has to be every day, it has to be long period of time, consistently with persistence, then it will happen. So that's why taking action is so much important. Not to just focusing more about how to get motivated, how to get inspired. If someone had a motivation problem and inspiration problem, gotta fix something else. Not if the video will not be able to solve the problem. The problem is about that person doesn't have a real clear goal what it want to be, and cannot imagine what the life is going to look like when hit that goal in the life. Number 4, unrealistic expectation. Everybody who watching lots of TED video, they think that watching just TED video gonna give us lots of idea, which is not really true. It can give us a lot of exciting story, gonna help us to understand how the people do this one, but ultimately we often have a very unrealistic expectation it will get to do some important thing. Actually not. It's not get to do the important things. We often don't do the thing. And the second thing is about, even we take the action, we become very unrealistic and inconsistent about taking those actions too, because in 2-3 days we forget that video because we're watching so many videos, and that's not happening to us anymore. Another thing is about thinking about watching a YouTube video and going to the TED conference is a different thing. Yeah, going to TED conference is normally pretty expensive. The tickets are pretty expensive in that world, even TEDx. And watching in YouTube will be less valuable. For me, it's same. Ultimately, what we want to do is about watching that video, taking notes. Basically, this is one of the things. I mean, I've seen hardly people watching TED Talks taking notes. The reason is this one: when we're watching any TED Talks, lots of idea and lots of thought and lots of journey are constantly sharing that one too. So that means our mind just running through all those ideas, and then we just replace all this idea and forget them very short period of time. So that's why what is matter is about, even watching TikTok video, is about goal is to take notes, pause the video, take notes over and over, so then we can actually, and then each of the idea should relate it to a specific action which is related to the goal we want to achieve. So that's why just watching TikTok video and thinking that we will be able to set goals and we will achieve our goals and we'll be very inspired by ourselves, those are all unrealistic expectations. It doesn't happen that way. Misinterpretation of advice. Yes, that's something happens. So different person in a TED Talk, they have achieved different thing in it differently. They don't have exactly the same way of doing the things. They are doing differently. Even some people become very successful in certain manner. Like an example, Mother Teresa, who became successful by delegating her life for everything. But at the same time, think about Elon Musk. He became really successful by becoming the most richest man of the world. Another way, think about Steve Jobs. He became very successful by creating a company who created a revolutionary iPhone. So different people become successful in different way. So when we are hearing so many advices from different people and they're telling often very opposite thing of each other, that can make us really confused how to do this one. The secondly, we also get not able to execute those advice as well too, and we get poor outcome and we think that, oh, this doesn't work, but actually we just doesn't have the right skill set to execute those things properly. Number 3, even finally we want to do this one, we don't know the steps and we execute them poorly. So that's one of the reasons person like Tony Robbins I don't like, because all he does about getting people really excited and go up about this one with the Zen thing. But ultimately, it's not my motivation and inspiration is not my problem. I don't need to be up. I'm always up. Tell me the steps how to do this one. Tell me the steps how to do it smartly and productively so I can get to the result faster. That's the goal, right? Number 7. Well, try to get one size fit for everything. That is something doesn't work too. So we try to get an idea from one TED Talks about specific manner and we try to use that same thing in everything. Like an example, how to talk to how to influence people. And maybe there is a TED Talk about this one. We get this one and we try to use this one to our spouse, to our lover, to our colleague, to our mom and dad. It will be a disaster situation. It will not work. It will work with probably friends and probably unknowns. So it has to be very specifically customized manner for different peoples and different relationships and different aspects. If you try to focus to one side fit for everything, that means we're not trying to fit at everything. We're just throwing a kitchen sink approach with throwing all the dishes to our kitchen and we think that is gonna work. So that is the 7 aspect I faced is about in our life when we try to get a lot of TED Talks too as well too. I'm a TED Talk speaker. I respect it. It works. It's interesting. There's a value in it. We should watch. I don't really watch anymore. I used to a lot of watch. But after getting a realization, I'm now more focusing on a video who can help me to give me the steps rather than just get me excited about it. But if you're very young, watch some. You will get idea, take notes, and it really helps. So now you probably think that the goal is to collect all this idea to recreate ourselves and make us better. So you're probably thinking that how you can recreate your life, you can turn that passion to a profession or making your life more exciting, right? Making yourself more happy. Check out this video right now. In this video, I share step by step how you can turn your passion into profession and become excited about your life every day. You want that right? Of course you do. Go click right now. I'll see you there. All the best. We have some exciting plan for the next week. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that out.